It's the 13th report into Tasmania's child protection since 2005, and it's again found a system that's under stress and struggling to cope. The inquiry has made more than 150 recommendations, but they'll cost up to $30 million a year to implement. The childcare sector says the government has to act.
It's a 300-page report aimed at fixing the problems in Tasmania's troubled child protection service.
Thank you very much.
The Select Committee was established following the case of a 12-year-old girl who was prostituted by her mother and a family friend while in state care.
Children are still slipping through the gaps.
There are 20,000 notifications of child abuse and neglect in Tasmania each year, and almost 1,000 children are in state care.
You can't give a 100% guarantee that kids will not be abused and neglected, because of course they will be. But what you can do is you can try and minimise the chances of that happening.
The report has 176 recommendations, including greater transparency and accountability, better consistency and communication between agencies, urgent recruitment of child protection workers and foster carers, and the introduction of professional foster carers. It also recommends an alternative to the Ashley Youth Detention Centre, the expansion of a specialist children's court, and a complete overhaul of child protection laws.
Let's overhaul the whole piece of legislation to ensure that it is focused on the best interests of children.
The report also recommends giving the Children's Commissioner more power to carry out investigations and recommends against a commission of inquiry into the case of the 12-year-old girl.
What they said today was that that was a matter for the DPP and the Attorney-General, and I agree with that.
It will cost up to $30 million a year to implement the recommendations.
There's no better priority for government to be spending taxpayers' money on than looking after vulnerable Tasmanians, especially children.
Read this report and act on it. Don't leave it on the shelf this time, because it's too important. The children of the future are too important.
The Children's Minister says some of the recommendations have already been acted on. Those requiring extra funding will be considered in the context of the current budget challenges. Cara Douglas, ABC News.